In the early 1800s, the British East India Company had conquered much of India. But in the north, nestled in the Himalayas, stood a kingdom that refused to bow, Nepal. The British didn't just want trade or treaties. They wanted land, forests, power. But between them and that goal stood a different kind of soldier, the Gurkhas. They weren't known for wealth or weapons, but they were known for something else: endurance, loyalty, fearlessness. And in 1814, they would prove it to the world. The First Anglo-Nepalese War began with confidence on the British side. They believed the Gurkhas would fall quickly like others before them. But Nepal wasn't like anything they had faced before. The first target was a small hill fort near Dehradun, Nalapani. It wasn't a grand fortress, no deep moat, no massive towers. Just a small isolated fort on a wooded ridge. Inside were only 600 men. But these weren't ordinary men. They were Gurkhas. And their leader, Balbhadra Kunwar, was just 24, young, but already shaped by battle. His father had died fighting the British. Now, Balbhadra carried the same legacy. British forces arrived with over 5,000 troops. Led by General Rollo Gillespie, they surrounded the fort and called for surrender. Balbhadra's answer was silence. Then he raised the Nepali flag over the fort and ordered his men to prepare. The siege began in October 1814. British cannons thundered, stones flew, trees were torn apart, walls shook. But the Gurkhas didn't run. They fired back. Their muskets cracked through the smoke. They picked off officers. They launched ambushes from the jungle and slipped back unseen. Even when the British breached the outer defenses, the Gurkhas fought with kukris in hand, curved blades built for close combat. On October 31st, General Gillespie himself led an assault. He was shot and killed. A British general and struck down by a defender in a crumbling hill fort. The attack failed. The British fell back. More men were brought in, more cannons, more fire. Inside, the Gurkhas had no food. Their water was cut. The wounded lay beside the dying. Still, no one surrendered. They rebuilt shattered walls with mud and stone. They kept fighting, hungry, bleeding, unshaken. The British waited, day after day. They thought the defenders would finally surrender. But each night from the broken walls they heard singing, war songs, voices rising through the darkness. It wasn't just resistance, it was defiance. Because to the Gurkhas, this wasn't just a fort. It was their land, their honor, their story. Even the dying clutched their weapons. Even the wounded refused to fall back. They believed death was better than dishonor. They believed courage lived longer than walls. And they fought like they weren't defending a position. They were defending a legacy, one that no cannon could erase. They were outnumbered 10-1, but they didn't break. They didn't kneel. Not then, not ever. History is full of shadows, secrets, and forgotten voices, and we're here to bring them back to life. If this story moved you, imagine what else waits to be uncovered. From ancient fortresses to whispered legends, each tale holds power. So if you crave more journeys into the mysterious and the true, don't forget to like this video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and most importantly, subscribe, because some stories deserve to be told again.